Christian Sorum will get us underway in a tournament where they haven't had everything their own way, but I think that's what we're learning about the Vikings, where they were so dominant. They are being tested slightly of whether they would go the whole way in Tokyo. An early loss to Semenov and Leshikov Continental Cup, where Christian Varenhorst played with Ruben Penninger in his retirement after the Olympic game. Formal Sorum of beating the Russians in the final. Remember, the Netherlands beat, but it shows that the Dutch under Reinder Nummerdor have an opportunity. Using 24-22 in that final set. It's actually quite funny. In Vienna, the record that was broken. Out of system, chop back angle. For years, teams would have tried to have slowed that game down and allowed the opposition to set themselves up, but keeping it. And Mole will have a difficult test here because he's the Dutch. The physicality that they play out will make it difficult for him to keep himself on the game, but this is Anders Mole now 2 or 3 years on from that, and he can enforce himself on any situation. Shooting added to his game, Anders Mole. Remember, they lost out to Stoyanovski, keen to play, but Krasilnikov making the most of a rest and making the most of some family time, which after a hectic Olympic 4 years. Mole from the right side. Again. Van der Velde was right there with Reinder Nummerdor, a silver medal at the World Championships in 2015. Been around for some time now, playing for all the top clubs in Italy, but transferred to the beach with ease. Line is open. Serve on the long angle from Anders Mole. Goes super low, and well, Stefan Boermans and Jarek Leglu, another team on the charge from the Netherlands. They won in Stad. They all completely from the right side. Mole lines the call from Van der Velde. Sat in the pocket is Sorum, punting to the line. Scrambling from the right side now, Sorum. Mole straight down the middle. Van der Velde. Oh, goes deep. Into the angle. Varenhorst now the target because Van der Velde has looked at home, giving up the space and taking it away. It's smart from Sorum. Sorum's hiding behind Mole, leaving the cut shot open and chasing it down, but there's an error somewhere. Net Varenhorst that intruded with the net. It's another one that goes astray for the Vikings and Mole. Well, that game to Blamhusen is the only game that the Beach Volley Vikings have lost, but they have lost sets on the way through. This is turning into one-way traffic for Varenhorst, Van der Velde, and it's another example of how strong Dutch beach volleyball really is. More of a squad feel to it than yesteryear. This year that was in Sochi. Lots of 5th place finishes, so it's going to be the biggest result for them this year if they can public, and that will be the final. Should they win this game, Palestine. From the right side, Varenhorst, an opportunity to take a lead after beating the world ranked #1 team in Qatar earlier on. They have a chance here. against the Olympic gold medalists. And they've taken... Second set underway. Sorum on 2. Recycling. Mole on 2. He's taking really good zones. And now they don't lose many in this game of beach volleyball. They're so calm even through the craziest storms. So far, his block in system. Van der Velde. That he didn't get his hands on that one. Set's quite tight. Only a chop is seen from Van der Velde. Christian Sorum with a rip. Varenhorst off the out. But 4 wins with Reindeer Numedor, now the head coach of He's been brutal. Fast play, knuckle out. A run of missed side outs, hurting the Vikings here. Mole. In the world for a while now. They seem to step up for this team. Can't quite reach into those angles. Off the net, chance for the Vikings here. There is an error. Germans de Glut, and they stayed patient. It was an incredible comeback, one of the best that we've, well, dare to say, ever seen. Beaten past. So from Andy Mole, the Vikings off. And Anders Mole, most outstanding player 2 years in a row. Best defensive player as well. Olympic gold medalist. They really have lived their dream to the top of world beach volleyball. Of an incredible career that pains me to say it, that we won't see him back on the volleyball court again. Were just starting to fall off slightly for the Netherlands, so they've restored themselves here from the right side. Mole shut down. 3-point lead has opened up once more. Ace. It's an onslaught from the Netherlands. Back in is there again. What a performance. The highest. Turning, whip to the line, well seen once more, diving back into the angle, but Van der Velde is... And that's... Change of ends, but no change of serve. It's a deep serve on Van der Velde. Here's the dig. As soon as the pass goes a little bit astray, the Vikings are in the game here. Christian Sorum hasn't had so much to do, but that was good. It was even better defensively. Varenhorst is in, looking for another block hit. It goes back on one, but it goes long. Mole's serve. Started to put the pressure back on. Beaten by the net. Andy Mole. Now goes to the line, just changes it up onto Varenhorst, sees if he's paying attention. There's one back. But now Norway lead because of they're such a force to be reckoned with. They can be 3, 4, 5 down and still get their way back in. And the inside. Van der Velde's going to take a back set here, try and release to back over, but be going to 3. Vikings, well, when they get a whiff of victory, off it. But you just can't drop your level against the Viking. It's a big serve as the Netherlands look to draw back level. nowhere. Norway have got themselves back in to a very good position here. Varenhorst from the right side. Sorum with a gnarly dig, chance in transition. Goes back on the... Well, set to 15 will decide who goes through to meet Perisic and Schweiner from the Czech Republic. Disappears so straight. The ball's served in straight through the middle. Phil here when he's on the outside by the antenna. Angles open, can turn the ball wherever he likes with an arm swing as good as him. Varenhorst this time to the middle, coming in on an angle. Would be very, very difficult. Mole is seeing everything, but that's how the Vikings work. They work off read. Looking at the body language of Van der Velde and Varenhorst, it's a little bit more subdued than we saw in a moment or two, but they always find it, and they always find a way. Off the net from Varenhorst this time. At times showing cross-court this time, and where he showed cross-court got blocked out previously. The turn back to the line was good. Who's scoring? Sorum serving. Van der Velde goes off the hand. Sorum lets the pass leak a little bit to the right, has to chip back to the left. Makes it 18-7, the run of points. Forced through angles as opposed to the angle swings closer to where the body line is facing. Mole's all over that one again. Mole from the inside goes back to the... Where are we going to be in 10 years' time with the progression of this sport? But have the Netherlands given up and hit a normal up and down ball? So releasing the two ball is smart, saves him effort, but also is a difficult situation for him to find rhythm. Special to beat Sorum from there. Performances, but it's always interesting to know how it fits with a team that have already been out here playing today in the quarterfinal to a team that made a bite. Van der Velde. A really nice play. Anders Mole serve to the line. Helps if you're over 2 meters tall, though. Buys you a few more angles, that's for sure. Still a little bit of breathing space, but the first pass is a little bit rushed. Chris. Desperate for the Netherlands. Side out for match point. Christian Sorum. Christian Sorum serving once more. Balls out of the system. Steven Van der Velde to stay in this one. Well, Christian Sorum's just put one away. Can he put this one away for the game? Until that loss of points in set 2. And Anders